So hello everyone. So write down the next. We are going to see the next, that is bakelite. Bakelite. This bakelite is a class of formaldehyde resin. There is one class of polymer known as a formaldehyde resin. Formaldehyde resin. Resin means one kind of a polymer. So in formaldehyde resin, there are two topics. First is bakelite and another one is a melamine. So formaldehyde resin is having two parts. One is bakelite, another one is a melamine. So formaldehyde resin have a two part, bakelite and a melamine. So bakelite is a which class polymer? Formaldehyde resin. And melamine is a which class of polymer? Formaldehyde resin. Clear? Now this bakelite is also known as a phenol formaldehyde resin. Why, sir? Simple logic. When bakelite is having a formaldehyde resin, means here formaldehyde will be used. Specially a bakelite is a phenol formaldehyde resin, means two monomers are used. First is phenol and another one is a formaldehyde. Clear? So this is also known as a formaldehyde resin. Write down. So bakelite is also known as a phenol formaldehyde resin. Write down. So first monomer of bakelite is phenol and another monomers of bakelite is a formaldehyde. Formaldehyde. What do you mean by formaldehyde? So formaldehyde means methanol, that is HCHO, or you can write down CH2O also here. Phenol you can write down OH. This is phenol. Okay. Now bakelite monomer is not phenol and formaldehyde. Please remember, this is a very tricky question. So bakelite monomers are not phenol and formaldehyde. First, phenol and formaldehyde will form a one polymer that is known as novolac. From that novolac we are preparing bakelite. So actually bakelite is prepared from novolac. So how we will do? I have phenol. This is very important for exam point of view. And this is I have formaldehyde. If I combine this together, I will get one polymer, and that polymer is known as a novolac. And when I will combine number of novolac together, I will form a bakelite. This is very important. So actually bakelite is formed from where? Bakelite is a form from novolac, which is also one kind of a polymer. એટલે બેકેલાઇટ છે બને છે નોવોલેકમાંથી. નોવોલેક બી એક જાતનું પોલિમર જ છે. એ પોલિમર કેમાંથી બને છે? ફિનોલ અને ફોર્મલ્ડિહાઇડમાંથી. ફિનોલ અને ફોર્મલ્ડિહાઇડમાંથી ડાયરેક્ટલી પહેલાં બેકેલાઇટ ડાયરેક્ટલી બનતું નથી. પહેલાં શું બનશે? નોવોલેક બનશે. નોવોલેક બી એક જાતનું પોલિમર છે. પછી એ પાછું પોલિમરાઇઝેશન કરીને બેકેલાઇટ બનાવશે. બેકેલાઇટ ઇઝ અ વન કાઇન્ડ ઓફ એ ક્રોસ લિંક પોલિમર. તમને એની પહેલાં બી સમજાવ્યું છે આ બધું. અને ત્યારે એક પોઈન્ટ લખેલું હતું કે ક્રોસ લિંક પોલિમર બહુ હાર્ડ હોય. ઇટ્સ વેરી હાર્ડ પોલિમર. સો દે આર વેરી હાર્ડ પોલિમર. ઓકે. હજી એક પોઈન્ટ ત્યારે કરાયો હતો, એક હતું થર્મોપ્લાસ્ટિક ને થર્મોસેટિંગ. ત્યારે હું કીધું હતું કે બેકેલાઇટ એક જાતનું થર્મોસેટિંગ પોલિમર છે. સો ઇટ ઇઝ એ વિચ ક્લાસ ઓફ પોલિમર? થર્મોસેટિંગ. થર્મોસેટિંગ મતલબ આ રીયુઝેબલ કે રીસાયકલેબલ નથી. આ બેકેલાઇટ છે. ધીસ ઇઝ અ બેકેલાઇટ. સ્વિચીસ, સ્વિચની પિન, ફ્યુઝ, જેટલી બી બધું ઇલેક્ટ્રિકલ અપ્લાયન્સીસ બને છે ને, આ બેકેલાઇટ છે. આ ઉપરની એની કેસિંગ એસીની, ધીસ ઓલ થિંગ્સ આર બેકેલાઇટ. ઇટ્સ અ પ્લાસ્ટિક. ક્લિયર? સો બેકેલાઇટ કેમાંથી બને છે ભાઈ? નોવોલેકમાંથી. ને નોવોલેક કેમાંથી પહેલાં બને છે? ફિનોલ અને ફોર્મલ્ડિહાઇડ. તો કેવી રીતના બનશે પહેલાં એ ચેક ઇટ આઉટ કરી લો. આ જરાક ટફ છે. જો પહેલાં આપણે લેશું ફિનોલ. બેકેલાઇટનો સ્ટ્રક્ચર બનાવવું ટફ છે. એક વખત સમજાય જશે તો ઇઝીલી બની જશે. આ છે ફિનોલ ને આના ભેગું ચાલુ થશે ફોર્મલ્ડિહાઇડ, HCHO. ક્લિયર? હવે હું અને અહીંયા CH2O લખું તો કે તમને વાંધો ભાઈ? HCHO લખું કે CH2O લખું, અને હું લખીશ અહીંયા શું ભાઈ, ફોર્મલ્ડિહાઇડ. એનું થશે પોલિમરાઇઝેશન. શું થશે ભાઈ એનું? પોલિમરાઇઝેશન ઇન ધ પ્રેઝન્સ ઓફ એસિડ ઓર બેઝ એઝ અ કેટાલિસ્ટ. તો શું થાય છે, તમને ખબર છે કે જે ફિનોલ જે છે એ ઓર્થો પેરા ડિરેક્ટિંગ ગ્રુપ છે. હા કે ના, મતલબ આની પાસે પ્લસ આર ઇફેક્ટ શો કરે છે ને, શો કરે છે આમ, આ બોન્ડ તૂટશે, ત્યાં બોન્ડ તૂટશે. તો અહીંયા માઇનસ જે ચાર્જ જે છે એ ઓર્થો અને પેરા ડિરેક્ટિંગ ઉપર ગ્રુપ ઉપર બતાવે છે. આઈ હેવ ડન ઇન ધ આલ્કોહોલ ફિનોલ ઇથર. તો માઇનસ ચાર્જ જે છે ઓર્થો અને પેરા ઉપર આવશે, મતલબ અહીંયા ઓર્થો પેરા ડિરેક્ટિંગ ગ્રુપ બનશે. એટલે અહીંયા શું બનશે, એક બનશે આ. શું થશે કે અહીંયાથી એક હાઇડ્રોજન રિપ્લેસ થશે. અહીંયાથી એક હાઇડ્રોજન હોય ને C6H6, તો અહીંયા એક હાઇડ્રોજન જે છે એ હાઇડ્રોજન બહાર નીકળશે. એ હાઇડ્રોજન બહાર નીકળશે તો એક જગ્યા વેકેન્સી ક્રિએટ થાય કે ના થાય? એ વેકેન્સી કોણ ભરી લેશે? આ કાર્બન. અહીંયા શું બનશે? CH2 ને O ને ઓલો એક હાઇડ્રોજનના સાચવી લેશે તો એ બનશે CH2OH. તો અહીંયા આવું રીતના બનશે. આ ફિનોલ હતું પહેલાંથી આમ, અહીંથી એક હાઇડ્રોજન બહાર નીકળે તો એક જગ્યા ખાલી પડે. એક જગ્યા ખાલી પડે તો અહીંયા કોણ આવી જશે? CH2. અહીંયા આવશે CH2OH. સર આ કેવી રીતના બને મિકેનિઝમ તમને એની પહેલાં બી સમજાવ્યું છે. રિએક્શન ઓફ આલ્કોહોલ, રિએક્શન ઓફ ફિનોલ વિથ કાર્બોક્સિલિક એસિડ, ત્યારે તમને ખબર તો આપણે એવું કરતા હતા, C ડબલ બોન્ડ O અને H અને H. હવે આ એક ફિનોલ છે ને આ ફિનોલના કારણે આ એક ન્યુક્લિયોફાઇલ તરીકે કામ કરશે ને આ કાર્બન ને ઓક્સિજનના વચ્ચે બોન્ડ બંધાય. ઓક્સિજન ઇઝ મોર ઇલેક્ટ્રોનેગેટિવ એલિમેન્ટ, તો આ કાર્બન પર પાર્શિયલી પોઝિટિવ ચાર્જ બનશે. તો આ ન્યુક્લિયોફાઇલ તરીકે કામ કરશે, આ ઇલેક્ટ્રોફાઇલ તરીકે કામ કરશે. તો અહીંયાથી એમ આમ મળે તો અહીંથી એક બોન્ડ તૂટે તો અહીંયા શું આવશે? O માઇનસ. આ H પ્લસ બહાર નીકળીને શું બની જશે? OH. આની મિકેનિઝમ કરવાની નથી, કોર્સમાં નથી, બુકમાં નથી, તમારે સમજવા માટે ખાલી કીધું. એટલે ખબર પડી કે ત્યાં શું બનશે? CH2OH. ને બીજું શું બની શકે ભાઈ? પેરા ઉપર OH CH2OH. જ્યારે તમે અહીંયાનો હાઇડ્રોજન હેલ્પ કર્યું મૂવ કરવા માટે, હવે આ તો ઓર્થો પેરા ડિરેક્ટિંગ ગ્રુપ છે તો પેરાનો બી હાઇડ્રોજન બહાર નીકળી શકે ને, તો પેરા ઉપર બી આવી શકે. હવે શું થશે? હવે આ બે કમ્બાઈન થશે. શું થશે? આ બે કમ્બાઈન થશે એટલે આવી રીતના પોલિમરાઇઝેશન થશે. શું થશે? પોલિમરાઇઝેશન. પોલિમરાઇઝેશન થવાથી કારણ શું થશે? જો તમને દેખાય છે અહીંયાનો એક હાઇડ્રોજન છે ને ખાલી, આ હાઇડ્રોજન બહાર નીકળશે એઝ એ H પ્લસ ને અહીંયાનો OH ભેગા થઈને શું બનાવશે? H2O. આના અગર હું N મોલ્સ લઉં, આના બી N મોલ્સ લઉં, અહીંયા બી કેટલા બનશે બેટા? N મોલ્સ. તો કેટલા વોટર બહાર નીકળશે? N વોટર. તો અહીંયા બહાર શું આવશે? NH2. ખબર પડી કે નહીં? તો અહીંથી શું ક્રિએટ થશે? જો આવું ક્રિએટ થશે, આ OH અહીંયાનું CH2 માંથી શું બહાર નીકળી ગયું છે? અહીંયાના CH2 માંથી શું બહાર નીકળી ગયું? OH. અહીં જગ્યા ખાલી થઈ ગઈ કે ના થઈ ગઈ? ને આ OH ને પાણી બનાવવા માટે કોણ સપોર્ટ કરે છે? આ સાઈડનો H. અહીંથી H બહાર નીકળશે તો શું બની જશે? H2O. તો અહીંયા જગ્યા ખાલી થઈ કે ના થઈ? આ જગ્યા કોણ લઈ લેશે હવે? CH2OH. એવી રીતના ચેન આગળ ચાલી શકે કે ના ચાલી શકે? અગર N મોલ્સ લીધા હોય તો હા કે ના? અહીંયાથી બી એક CH2 આવશે કે નહીં આવે? વાંધો નહીં, તમે હા કે ના પાડો, છો કે નો પ્રોબ્લેમ. આ CH2 આગળ વધી શકે કે ના વધી શકે? આ CH2 આગળ વધી શકે કે ના વધી શકે? કેટલા ટાઈમ વધશે આ? N ટાઈમ્સ. આ તમારું થઈ ગયું શું ભાઈ? નોવેલેક. લખી નાખો. હવે આ નોવેલેક શું કરશે? પોલિમરાઇઝેશન કરશે અને શું બનાવશે? બેકેલાઇટ. રેડ ઓન ધીસ. નોવેલેક સુધી લખો. એટલે યાદ રાખવાનું છે કે જે બેકેલાઇટ છે કેમાંથી બને છે? નોવેલેકમાંથી. નોવેલેક જાતનું શું છે? પોલિમર જ છે. રાઇટ ઓન ધીસ. હવે જો હું ખાલી તમને આ જે નોવેલેક બનાવ્યું છે એ ખાલી ક્યાંથી સમજાવ્યું છે? ઓર્થો ઉપરથી જ. ને ઓર્થોને આપણે કેને કમ્બાઈન કર્યું છે? પેરાને. તો જો પેરાનું CH2OH બાકી છે હજી. ખબર પડી ગઈ? હવે તમને આગળ આખું કેમ મેલામાઇન પોલિમર લખવું એ તમને સમજાવી દઈશ. એટલે આખું એટલું લખી નાખો. ટેક એ સ્ક્રીનશોટ. So now in the next case, this novolec will polymerize to form a what? Bakelite. How? See here. So this is a novolec. Here novolec I have made only through ortho, but there was one para position also. તો પેરા પોઝિશનનો CH2OH ને બીજા પોઝિશનનો એક H ભેગું થઈને શું બનાવશે? H2O. એટલે કેવી રીતના? સપોઝ સમજી લો કે આ એક ઓર્થો પોઝિશન વાળું હતું, अगर आ समझाशे तो आखू पॉलीमर समझाशे। आ CH2OH वाळुं हतुं, हाँ के ना? बीजो बी एक ओर्थो वाळो हतो के नतो? तो जो आ OH हतुं, आयानो CH2OH, आ ओर्थो वाळो जतो ने पोजीशन, तो आयानो H ने आयानो OH शुं बनावी लेशे? આવી રીતના બોન્ડિંગ થાય કે ના થાય? એવી રીતના અહીંયા બી ક્યાંક બોન્ડિંગ થઈ હશે, એવી રીતના આ બી OH બાર નીકળે ક્યાંક બોન્ડિંગ કરવા ગયો હશે. એ ખાલી ઓર્થોથી સમજાવું, તેનાથી બન્યું નોવોલેક. હવે નોવોલેક પાછું પોલિમરાઇઝ કરશે ઊભું અને નીચેથી. હવે જો કેવી રીતના, એક પેરા પોઝિશન વાળું બી હતું કે નહોતું? પેરા પોઝિશન વાળું બી હતું ને. તો પેરા પોઝિશન ઉપર આવું આવે ને કે અગર હું અહીંયા OH લખું તો અહીંયા શું આવે બેટા? CH2OH આવે કે ના આવે? ના આવે. એવી જ રીતના અહીંયા પણ આવે કે ના આવે? CH2OH અને અહીંયા બી શું આવે? OH. હવે અહીંયાનો પેરાનો એક H નીકળે ને આ OH બહાર નીકળે, શું બનાવી લે? તો આ બેના વત્તા બોન્ડિંગ બને કે ના બને? અહીંયા વત્તા બોન્ડિંગ બને કે ના બને? આ બી વત્તા બોન્ડિંગ હતું જ ને CH2નું, અહીંયાથી બી, અહીંયાથી બી, અહીંયાથી બી. એટલે આખો એક જારી જેવો સ્ટ્રક્ચર બને, જેને આપણે શું કહેશું? બેકેલેટ. હવે કેવી રીતના બનશે આ સ્ટ્રક્ચર સમજવાનું છે. જો કેવી રીતના બનશે ધ્યાન દેજો. એટલે આપણને શું લખવાનું? હવે નોવોલેક છે ને, નોવોલેકથી ખાલી એટલું લખી દેવાનું, પોલિમરાઇઝ. હવે નોવોલેક પોલિમરાઇઝેશન કરશે ને શું બનાવશે? બેકેલેટ. બેકેલેટ કેમ બનશે? આપણે શાંતિથી જોઈ લ્યો. N. હવે પહેલા લખી દેવાનું આ ચેન OH CH2. અહીંયા બી કોઈક CH2 હશે ને બેન? આ બોન્ડ આમ બનાવવા જશે. અહીંયાથી કોણ આવશે? OH. CH2. Clear? From this para position, who will help to remove the water? From this para position, what will be removed to remove a water? H. So if here H is removed, here what will come? CH2. With this ring, what it is attached? OH. मतलब જે ઓર્થો ને પેરા વાળી વસ્તુ બની હતી એમાંથી હવે પેરા હેલ્પ કરશે પોલિમર બનાવવા માટે. ખબર પડી કે નહીં? શ્યોર. मतलब CH2H જે પેરા પોઝિશન ઉપર હતું એમાંથી એક OH બહાર નીકળે છે, ત્યાંથી પેરા પોઝિશન ઉપરથી H બહાર નીકળે છે. શું બનાવે છે? H2O. એટલે ઉપરથી બી H2O બહાર નીકળે છે, નીચેથી પણ H2O બહાર નીકળે. કેટલા વોટર બહાર નીકળશે ભાઈ? NH2O. હવે અહીંયા બી ચેન બંધાશે, કેમ કે જેવી ચેન અહીંયા છે એવી ચેન બી એક નીચે હશે. તો આપણે જો પાછું લખી નાખીએ આમ. આ બેના વચમાં કોણ સપોર્ટ કરશે ભાઈ? CH2. હા કે ના? અહીંયા શું હશે? OH. પ્લીઝ સી યોર ટેક્સ્ટ બુક ઓલ્સો. અહીંયાથી કોણ હશે? OH. હવે જેવી રીતના આ ઓર્થો CH2 હતું તો અહીંયા બી ઓર્થો CH2 હશે કે નહીં હોય? તો અહીંયાથી આ હેલ્પ કરશે બોન્ડિંગ કરવામાં. એટલે એક આખા શું બની ગયું ભાઈ? ક્રોસ લિંક પોલિમર. અહીંયાથી આગળ ચેન વધશે, અહીંયાથી બી આગળ ચેન વધશે, અહીંયાથી બી આગળ ચેન વધશે, વાંથી બી આગળ ચેન વધશે. આને આપણે શું કહેશું? બેકેલેટ. રેડ ઓન ધીસ. અહીંયાથી બી CH2 વાળો કોઈક હશે ને જે ચેનને આગળ વધાવતો હશે. અહીંયા બી કોઈક CH2 વાળો હશે. લખો ના લખો કે ફેર પડતું નથી. આ CH2 કયો છે સર? આ જે CH2 છે આ રિંગનો CH2 છે? ના, બીજી કોઈ રિંગનો CH2 છે. રેડ ઓન ધીસ. તો ધીસ ઇઝ વોટ યોર બેકેલેટ. જો આખો એક ક્રોસ લિંક પોલિમર છે. કેવો પોલિમર છે? ક્રોસ લિંક. આખું એક ક્રોસ લિંક, એકબીજા સાથે લિંક છે. ક્રોસમાં પણ લિંક છે. એટલે આ પોલિમર કેવું હશે? હાર્ડ. This is what your bakelite. Structure સમજાઈ ગયું? So let's explain once more. Write down the Novolec first. Novolec ની જો કોપી કરો, see here girls, how to remember in the exam. સર તમને સ્ટ્રક્ચર એક્ઝામમાં યાદ નથી રહેતું. Novolec ની કોપી કરી. હવે Novolec ની કોપી કરીને પેસ્ટ કરો, પણ ઊંધું પેસ્ટ કરો. જો વિચારો, ને પછી જેટલી બી જગ્યા બાકી છે બધા કેને જોડી દો. This is what your, so bakelite is made from where? Novolec. Bakelite no monomer કોણ છે? Novolec છે. Which is also one kind of a polymer. And Novolec is made from? Sir, how to remember? Remember one thing. Bakelite and melamine are one kind of a formaldehyde resin. मतलब બે માં એક વસ્તુ કોમન આવશે, જે કોમન કઈ છે? ફોર્મલ્ડિહાઇડ. હવે બેકેલાઇટમાં શું આવશે? ફિનોલ. ફિનોલ પ્લસ ફોર્મલ્ડિહાઇડ બેકેલાઇટ, ને મેલામાઇન પ્લસ ફોર્મલ્ડિહાઇડ મેલામાઇન. એ શું છે મેલામાઇન? આઈ વિલ એક્સપ્લેન યુ. ફર્સ્ટ રાઇટ ડાઉન ધીસ. ટેક અ સ્ક્રીનશોટ. Write down 2-3 points based on bakelite. The bakelite is formed by, first write down, then draw the structure. The bakelite is formed by cross-link. The bakelite is formed by cross-link chains. The bakelite is formed by cross-link chains of polymer Novelec. Bakelite is formed by cross-link of chains of polymer Novelec. Bakelite is used to form bakelite is used to form switches, electrical appliances, hair comb, handles of various cooking utensils. હેન્ડલ્સ ઓફ વેરિયસ કુકિંગ યુટેન્સિલ્સ. કુકરનો જે હેન્ડલ હોય છે બ્લેક કલરનો જોયો છે, એ એક બેકેલાઇટનો હોય છે. પછી ગાસ્કેટ. ક્લિયર? રાઇટ ઓન ધીસ. સો નેક્સ્ટ વી આર મૂવિંગ ટુ ધ મેલામાઇન પોલિમર. સો નેક્સ્ટ વી આર ગોઈંગ ટુ સી એ પોલિમર નોન એઝ મેલામાઇન. રાઇટ ઓન. Melamine. So this is also one kind of a formaldehyde resin. As I told you, formaldehyde resin, two names you should fluct in your mind. Which first is bakelite, another one is a melamine. So what is the difference between them? The difference between them is, in bakelite we are using phenol plus formaldehyde. In melamine we are using melamine plus formaldehyde. What is the common in them two? The common is both are a formaldehyde type of a polymer or resin. So here you write down the monomers. Monomers of melamine are, write down monomers of melamine are, first is melamine itself. So what is melamine? I will show the structure, don't worry. Second is formaldehyde. Formaldehyde. See how to draw the structure of melamine. Please check it out here. See, first make a one benzene ring. Alternate double bond. And then rough all the corners. After roughing all the corners, alternate nitrogen. And then alternate NH2. See the melamine structure. Alternate double bond, then rough the alternate corners, alternate position N, then each corner NH2, each corner NH2, each corner NH2. This is your melamine. Please draw the structure, because number of time in 1 mark question they can ask which of the following is a correct structure of melamine. How to remember? Benzene ring, rough alternate corners, in that corner put nitrogen, and then each position is occupied by NH2. So beta, see, this nitrogen should have a triple bond, yes or no? See, this nitrogen is having triple bond, one bond here, two bond there. See this nitrogen, triple bond. See this nitrogen, see this nitrogen, see this nitrogen, see this nitrogen. Hydrogen should have a single bond. See, this hydrogen is having the single bond. In short, it is an amine. This here dot is present, means there is a presence of carbon. So here there is bond through carbon and nitrogen, means this is a one kind of a amine. And in amine hydrogen, amine nitrogen containing hydrogen, which kind of hydrogen? Acidic hydrogen or basic hydrogen? Acidic hydrogen. So they will be removed as H plus. Please remember in this, because we are going to follow this mechanism here. And in polymer, no mechanism will come in the exam. If it is given in your textbook or book or some other competition book, don't study the mechanism for the polymers. No one will ask the mechanism for polymers. Clear? Understood the melamine structure? Chalo, write down. So write down the point. Melamine formaldehyde polymer. One thing more. Before that, I have told the bakelite. In Bakelite you have seen there was a removal of a water molecule. So that is a which kind of a class of a polymer? Condensation class of a polymer. Clear? So similar down. Melamine, formaldehyde polymer. Melamine is a formaldehyde polymer which is formed by condensation polymerization, between melamine and formaldehyde. Write down the structure of melamine here. And similarly here HCHO is the formaldehyde. Clear? Clear this part? So here we are going to form first intermediate compound, as we have formed Novolec, their intermediate compound in the Bakelite. So here also we will form one intermediate resin. No name for this, it is given, just to remember, intermediate resin. That intermediate resin will again polymerize to form a what? Melamine. It's very easy. See, check it out. First you write down here melamine. Please see to it, then you write down alternate double bond. Alternate corner should be rough. Put here nitrogen. Here NH2. Here also NH2. Here also NH2. And we are taking how many moles of it? We are taking n moles of it. How many moles of it we are taking here? N moles of it. Now for understanding, instead of NH2 I am writing here like this, NHH. Is it clear? Okay. Why, sir? You will understand when I do the polymer. I am writing here NH and here H. So amine nitrogen containing hydrogen. That hydrogen always are acidic hydrogen, so they will be removed as H+. This I am combining with formaldehyde, that is CH2O, that is nothing but HCHO only. So I will do the polymerization. Before polymerization I will form one intermediate resin. I will form what? One intermediate resin. So how it is formed? See beta, this is acidic hydrogen, will remove as H+. So that H+ will be removed and here O is there. So what they will form? They will form CH2OH, and here carbon will be now bonded to hydrogen or nitrogen. So carbon will be bonded to the nitrogen, not the hydrogen, because this amine is like this. So this H is removed as H+. So there is a vacancy towards the nitrogen. So CH2 will attach with what? Nitrogen, and one intermediate resin will be formed. So write down this intermediate resin. Again write down the benzene ring. Alternate double bond. Then rough the alternate corners. Then write down here N. Here write down here N. Here write down here N. And remaining corner should be filled with NH2. But how? See here. Here NH2 will come beta. Now this H will be removed as H+ and CH2O. So what they will form here? They will form here NHCH2OH. NHCH2OH, and here NHH as it is, or if you want to write down NH2 also it's okay. If you don't write down also it's okay. So this is your intermediate resin. So why again you are writing here NHH? Just now you will understand. So this is your intermediate resin. Sir, intermediate resin means, in short, intermediate compound which you have studied in the chemical kinetics, which will have no existence, microseconds matter existence. So this is intermediate resin. Now this intermediate resin will get polymerized. So here what will happen now? Polymerization. Now it's very interesting. See, check it out. How the polymerization will take place? N number of this will combine this together to form a what now? Polymer. How? From here OH will be removed, and from here acidic hydrogen will be removed. So they will form a what? H2O. So here the chain will be forwarded towards CH2. Now here the chain will be forwarded through this H or nitrogen? Nitrogen. So how the polymer will be formed? See the polymer. How to write down the polymer? So instead I am writing downside here. First make a square bracket, dash dash, write down there N, and see beta, who is following the chain here? Nitrogen or hydrogen? Here H+ is removed and here OH is removed to form what? H2O. So here the space is through nitrogen. So here number of chain will combine like this of nitrogen, and then the number of chain will combine with the CH2. So I will write down here. First I write down this ring. Again alternate corners should be cleared, alternate double bond. Nitrogen will come here, here nitrogen will come, here nitrogen will come, below NH2, then here what it is removed beta? NH. So I write down like this. This is N and this is H. And who will follow the chain? Nitrogen. Here I write down what beta? NHCH2. This is your melamine polymer. You can check it out in your textbook. This is your melamine polymer. So that's it, your melamine polymer. Write down this. Take a screenshot of it. Please remember the water which is removed from here, how many units of this are formed? When I take the n unit of this, how many units are formed here? N. So how many water will be removed? N water. And this CH2O, this CH2 actually is what? This CH2 is actually formaldehyde. I have written just like this. Don't get confused. So this is nothing but your formaldehyde. This is your melamine polymer. Write down this. Take a screenshot of it. Before that, you write down the one uses on the top. That melamine, most important use of melamine is these melamine are used to prepare unbreakable crockery. They are used to prepare unbreakable crockery. So crockery means what? Crockery means which the things which are used at your home for the food, plates, yes or no, bowl. So that kind of things are prepared by this melamine. At your home you can ask and you can say, ask your mother, say, show me the dinner set. So one dinner set is coming. 60 plates will be there and 15 cups will be there and 100 spoons will be there. So that one melamine kind of a crockery are coming. So that melamine is used to prepare the unbreakable crockery. Very important that what is the use of melamine? The use of melamine is to prepare unbreakable crockery. Write down this, then I go to the next topic. Write down. So next we are going to start elastomers. First write down the definition of elastomers. In that elastomers we have two topics, natural rubber and synthetic rubber. First write down elastomers. The polymers in which the chain are held together, the polymer in which chain are held together by weak intermolecular forces. Polymer in which chains are held together by a weak intermolecular forces are called elastomers. Due to the presence of weak intermolecular forces, these elastomers can be stretched. This elastomer can be stretched. And when the load is removed or force is removed, they regain their original shape. Next point. These elastomers or elastomeric polymer, are called rubbers. A rubber can be classified into two types. First, natural rubber. Another one, synthetic rubber. Natural rubber and synthetic rubber. So today we are going to discuss about the synthetic rubber, and in that, when I was doing the classification of polymers, at that time I told you the polymer also can be classified based on the sources. So at that time we have seen that there was one natural polymer, another one was a synthetic polymer, and third was the semi-synthetic polymer. Semi-synthetic polymer means natural plus man-made. So this is here in this topic rubber, one important topic will come, that is the semi-synthetic polymer or man-made polymer, which is known as a vulcanization of rubber or vulcanized rubber. What it is there, we will see the next class, but just now you make a note that we are going to discuss about the synthetic rubber. So make a note, synthetic rubber. And synthetic rubber, the best two example I am going to explain is Buna S and Buna N. Write down. Buna S and Buna N. So why you are writing Bu small and again Na capital letter? The reason is this Na indicates sodium. This Na indicates here sodium, which is used as a catalyst. Write down this. So I will do this together, Buna S and Buna N. Bu means butadiene. 1,3-butadiene is known as a Bu. Na is here sodium, which is used as a catalyst, and here S indicates styrene. S indicates here what? Styrene. This is the elaboration of Buna S. Write down somewhere, not below this, write down or top somewhere, we'll understand. Bu indicates 1,3-butadiene. Here Buna S of Bu indicates 1,3-butadiene. Na is a sodium which is used as catalyst, and S is styrene. So from here you understood that two compounds are used as a reactant. One is butadiene and another one is a styrene. So see here, butadiene, methane, ethane, propane and butane. Butadiene matlab there are two double bond. So this is butadiene. Clear? Write down, count remaining position valency is fulfilled by hydrogen. So here CH2 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2. You can see here 1 2 3 4. So you can, what you can say, butadiene. Write down 1 3 butadiene. From here there is a position on 1. If you come from here, on this first position double bond is there, then 2 we don't have, 3 we have. So 1 3 butadiene. Write down 1 3 butadiene. Clear? This is combined with beta, sodium is used as a catalyst, need not to write down. This is combined with styrene. What is the styrene formula? This is called as styrene. This you have to remember. Alternate double bond, C double bond C. Styrene. 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 So spelling itself it indicates there is a double bond. So in this there is a double bond. Remaining position is fulfilled by hydrogen. So carbon 1 2 3 4 here, 2 3 here. Now please understand here, if you will understand this polymer, you can easily understand this. How to form a polymer. That is a bit crucial portion. I am doing here polymerization in the presence of sodium as a catalyst, and some heating is required, which you can read from your textbook. Box dash dash N. Now how the polymer is formed, beta, see. Focus on this double bond. This double bond will break. Why this double bond will break? Because it's a pi bond. Pi bond is a weak bond. So this bond will get break, beta. When this bond get break, 2 electron will come out. So 1 electron will fall here and 1 electron will fall here. Similarly, this bond get break. So again 2 electron will fall outside. 1 electron will fall here, 1 electron will fall here. So they will make a bond here now. They will make a bond here. So here there is a space is empty, here there is a space is empty. Similarly, as the pi bond get break here also. So 1 electron will come here, 1 electron will come here. So they too will now make a bond. So here there is a space. So chain will increase here by styrene and chain will be elongated here by this CH2 group, and they both will get combined. Once more I will explain. See, check it out. As we know, there are 2 monomers here. One is 1,3-butadiene, 1 2 3 4. Carbon 4 means butadiene, 1 3-butadiene, CH2 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. If you understand this, easily you will understand the Buna N. Styrene, styrene, ene. So double bond is there, 2 carbon here, which are double bonded. Remaining position is fulfilled by hydrogen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now focus on the double bond. This double bond get break. When one double bond get break, why is a double bond get break? Double bond is a pi bond, which is a weak bond. So one bond get break, 1 electron will fall here, 1 electron will fall here. Here also double bond get break, 1 electron fall here, 1 electron fall here. They two will now make a bond. They two will make a bond. In polymerization I am asking, I am telling in the polymer. So here the chain will be increased by CH2 group, which is this chain. Similarly here also double bond get break. 1 electron falls here, 1 electron falls here. Now they two will make a bond and this chain will be followed by here. So write down the polymer. How to write down the polymer? CH2. This double bond was broken. 1 electron has fallen here, so this chain has increased here and double bond has fallen here. So this will become to single bond CH. Now this will be what? Double bond. CH, single bond. CH2. Now this electron is joined with CH, which is joined with ring. This electron is joined with this CH, with this carbon, but this carbon is also having this ring and is further it is increased to what? CH2. So here chain will be followed by CH2. Here also chain will be followed by CH2. This is what your Buna S. Over. Story. This is your Buna S. Wait. See Buna N also. Understood this? After doing as it was, write down same. This is only for your understanding I am doing this, okay? So understood this now? Why here double bond is appearing? This is most important question. Most of students doesn't get understand. So here double bond is there. Why here center double bond is coming? This double bond is coming due to this bond get break. 1 electron will come here and 1 electron will come here. So here chain will be followed. This bond get break. 1 electron will come here. 1 electron will come here. This electron will combine with this. So here double bond will be created. You can see in your textbook in the polymer here double bond is there. Clear? Similarly in Buna N. So Buna N means first Bu means what? Butadiene, 1,3 butadiene, 1,3 butadiene. This is 1,3 butadiene. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. N moles of it. Now it is N. N means what beta? Nitrile. N is for nitrile. Acrylonitrile. Acrylonitrile. C double bond C, CN. Remembering as we have done in a PAN. Polyacrylonitrile. Clear? So again put the carbon CH2 1, 2, 3, 4. This is acrylonitrile and that nitrile N is Buna N. So what is the basic difference between Buna S and Buna N? Both are synthetic rubber. But in Buna S and Buna N the basic difference is in Buna S, S is for styrene and N is for nitrile. That is acrylonitrile. How the bond will get forms here? Same logic which you are applying in the previous. Square bracket N, N. Here also the bond get break. 1 electron will come here, 1 electron will come here. Here also bond get break. 1 electron falls here, 1 electron falls here. Here also there is a double bond or not? So this bond also get break. 1 electron fall here, 1 electron fall here. So now they will make a bond to make a polymer. Here double bond will be created. Here the chain will be followed by CH2 and here also chain will be followed by CH, not CN. That's why in your textbook if you see CN is written in the bottom, not in the polymer side. So how to write down the polymer? CH2, CH, double bond, CH, CH2, again CH2, then CH and below CN. So this is your Buna N. You can compare your textbook polymer. You can see there is a double bond here. So I am doing what here? Polymerization. And in your textbook they have not written N here. So here you should write down the N. Clear? Because you are taking N moles of reactant always to make a polymer. So I am roughing part this and I am making as the question. I hope you understood the logic. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus N means what? Nitrile. C double bond Cn. Acrylonitrile. C here double bond, here double bond. CH2, CH, CH, CH2, CH2 and here H. So this is your Buna S and this is your Buna N. Write down this. Bu means buta-1,3-diene and N means nitrile. And both are which kind of polymer? Synthetic rubber. Synthetic rubber. Done this? Hello, next. So next topic we are going to discuss, that is a biodegradable polymer. Biodegradable polymer. See, till now whatever the polymer we have studied, that polymer will not get decomposed, will be remains after thousands years also. If you take a paper, paper will get decomposed. If you take your tissues, human tissue, or if you take the animal tissue, they will get decomposed. But the polymer are one which will not get decomposed. In short, plastic. That's why the plastic is having too much issue. That's why the plastic recyclable plants are done in the country worldwide. The reason is because the polymer which you are using, especially the plastic, black color plastic which you are using as a polythene, which at your home fruits and vegetables comes at your home, so that polythene black color or white color plastic, so that plastic is non-degradable, so that doesn't get degrade. But there is a one class of a polymer which is known as a biodegradable polymer. Biodegradable polymer are the polymer which will get decomposed by the simple environment things like water. So best example I can tell you, when you are eating the capsule, at the capsule if you see, the capsule will have some coating, blue, black color or sometimes green and white color. So that coating inside that capsule, inside that coating kind of a plastic, there are some small like circular like kind of tablets are filled. So you are taking that full capsule, you are not opening the capsule and you are eating the tablet, you are taking full capsules in your stomach. So what will happen? That capsule covering actually contains the polymer which is biodegradable polymer known as a PHBV. Just now I am going to take this. So that is a one kind of a polymer which is outer covering of capsules are there, which you will eat. When you will eat, it will go inside the stomach. After some time that covering will get decomposed by the presence of acid and water present in your body, and that will get decomposed and will move from your body through your waste, and inside whatever the capsules or whatever the medicines are filled, it will be coming out and will heal your body. So that kind of a polymer is known as a what? Biodegradable polymer. Clear this part? So write down biodegradable polymer. First write down one small note. Biodegradable polymer are the polymers which get decomposed or degrade. Degrade means to break or to and a degrade kevai, which get decomposed or degrade, which get decomposed and degrade and does not get accumulate and does not get accumulate and does not get accumulate and does not get accumulate. Two important we are going to study. First is PHBV, and number of times the full form they have asked. Remember the full form. The full form is here. Poly, H means hydroxy, B means butyrate, leave some space and write down valerate. So why you are leaving the space? See here. First you write down poly, leave some space, write down hydroxybutyrate, leave some space, write down valerate, valerate, valerate. Here in this space write down beta, So beta polyhydroxy. Sorry, here you write down beta hydroxybutyrate co-beta valerate. This is the actual name. Beta hydroxy butyrate co-beta valerate. This is very important. Bit tough also. Clear? What is the name of PHBV? Leave some space. Hydroxybutyrate, leave some space. Valerate. First space is filled by beta, another space is filled by co-beta. Okay, so this is the actual name of a polymer. Which are the monomer involved? Write down the monomer here. First monomer is 3-hydroxy. As the first name is appearing buta, means it is butanoic acid. 3-hydroxy butanoic acid. And another example is 3-hydroxy pentanoic acid. It's a bit tough and it's a bit important also. 3-hydroxy butanoic acid and 3-hydroxy pentanoic acid. Butanoic acid means there are 4 carbon involved. In that, one of the carbon is COOH. As we have studied in aldehyde, carboxylic acid and ketone, that while the naming of carboxylic acid, carbon of COOH should be counted. So similarly, if I write down here 3-hydroxy butanoic acid, so methane, ethane, propane and butane, because carbon of carboxylic acid should be counted. So here CH3, here CH2, here methane, ethane, propane and butanoic acid, and 3-hydroxy. So from here we have to count because this is the largest group. So 1, 2, 3. So here hydroxy will come. Remaining space are filled by hydrogen. So here CH3, here CH2. This is 3-hydroxy butanoic acid. This is combined with 3-hydroxy pentanoic acid, means there are 5 carbon, out of which one of is COOH. Methane, ethane, propane, butane and pentanoic acid. If you count here 1, 2, 3, this will be the hydroxy. Remaining space is filled by hydrogen. Write on this. I have to take this also N moles, I have to take this also N moles, and I am doing now polymerization. Write on this. Clear? Now see, now how to make a polymer. Make a focus here. From here OH and from here H will be removed as H2O. Similarly from here OH and here H will be removed. Write down. To make a polymer, make a one note. To make a polymer, H of hydroxyl group, H of hydroxyl group, H of hydroxyl group and OH of carboxylic group, and OH of carboxylic group is formed, and OH of carboxylic group is formed. I know you would be wondering, but it's very easy. Just focus here. If you will see once, you will understand. So in this, please remember one note. To make a polymer, H of OH group and OH of carboxylic group combine together to form a water and forms a polymer. How, sir? See beta, from here H will be removed. H of hydroxyl group and OH of carboxylic group. Similarly, H of hydroxyl group and OH of carboxylic group. Both are N, means here NH2O will be moved. Now if you see, focus here. Here from here H is removed, means here the chain will be followed by oxygen. So see how, right, how how I will write down, see here, O, this chain will be followed. Now this O is associated with this carbon, and this carbon contain here further chain with this CH2, C, double bond O, and one more here CH3. This OH has been gone, from here H has been gone. Now this oxygen will move the further chain. Now this oxygen containing carbon, so this oxygen containing carbon is CH here, CH here. Now this CH is following one chain. First is CH3, so here CH3, then here CH2, then COO. So from OO, OH has been gone. So here CO will be remaining. So I will write down as this, C double bond O. Clear? Because you know carboxylic structure. This OH has gone now. Here this OH has gone, so here COO. Now here C will combine with this O. This C will combine with this O. Now this O is having what? This O is having one, this C, H here, here CH2, and here C double bond O, C double bond O, and here chain will be get followed. So this H was containing O, this O contains CH, I have written here CH, then CH2, then CO, remaining is CH2 and CH3. So this I write down here, CH2, CH3. You can see in your textbook. I will write down once more, this is your PHBV. Check it out once more, what I am doing it. As I have given the note that H of OH and OH of COOH will combine together to form a water. H of OH and OH of COOH. H of OH and OH of COOH will combine together to form a water. Now here H is moved. So here H is removed. So the chain will be followed by this oxygen. This oxygen contain carbon CH. This CH contain CH2. This CH2 contains COOH. Out of COOH, OH has been gone, so C double bond O. And this CH also one contains CH3. As this OH is going to form with this H to form a water, so this C and this O will combine. Now this O contain what beta? CH. This CH contain what? CH2. This CH2 contain what? COOH. So out of COOH, OH has gone to form the water. So here C double bond O. Now this CH also contain CH2, also contain CH3. So this is your net PHBV. Write down this. Understood? It's a bit tough to write down the polymer. PHBV, poly, leave the space, hydroxy, poly, leave the space, hydroxy, butyrate, valerate, leave in the space, fill beta, co-beta. So poly beta hydroxy, butyrate, co-beta, valerate is a PHBV, one kind of a biodegradable polymer. Write down the uses. PHBV is used in packaging the orthopedic devices, capsules, controlled drugs, etc. Controlled drugs, etc. Packaging devices, or packaging orthopedic devices, controlled drugs, and capsules, etc. In short, it is used in a medical devices or in medical applications it is used. Best example you can remember, that is capsule. If you see the capsule will contain some plastic kind of a coating. That plastic coating is actually a PHBV, which will go in your stomach, get decomposed. It will move through your waist, and inside whatever the chemicals are filled will heal your body. Clear? So next you can make a note, biodegradable polymer. Next is final and last, that is nylon 2, nylon 6. Another class of a biodegradable polymer is nylon 2, nylon 6. Write down separately. Nylon 2, nylon 6. is a one kind of a biodegradable polymer. Nylon 2, nylon 6. Write down. Nylon 2, nylon 6 is a one kind of a biodegradable polymer of a monomer glycine. This is also important, please remember. Here monomers are used is glycine. Monomer are used is first is glycine and second is amino caproic acid. Caproic acid or caproic acid. Correct, caproic acid. Caproic acid is actually formed from goat. Goat and capr means goat, I guess. Yes, that is only caproic acid. Okay, so write down glycine formula NH2 CH2 COOH. This is glycine. In this also you can clearly see that it is an amine group. Amine containing nitrogen containing hydrogen is an acidic hydrogen. It will be removed as H plus and polymer will be followed. And another is caproic acid. Write down the formula for caproic acid. So how to remember the caproic acid formula? Just this CH2 do 5 times. That's it, over. So write down NH2 CH2 5 times COOH. This is nothing but your caproic acid. Now easily cleared why it is called as nylon 2 and nylon 6. Nylon 2, nylon 6. So just write down the monomers, do the polymerization and forms the polymer. So write down here NH2. Beta, this NH2 I am writing like this. Understood? Here CH2 will come, here COOH will come, again here N, I am writing like this H and H. I hope you understood why I am writing like this. Here I am writing here CH2 5 times COOH. Okay, and I will do what here? Polymerization. When I will do the polymerization, here what will happen? N times. So what will happen? From here H and from here OH will be moved out. So it is a one type of a condensation polymer. It is a one kind of a copolymer also. See, different monomers are there. So the question depends on the type of examiner. You can understand here. This is a condensation polymer. This is a copolymer. This is a biodegradable polymer. So you have to understand the class. Just remember the definition, which class is which. So from here we came to know that NH is giving H and COOH is giving OH. So this here from H will be moved and from here OH will be moved. So here the chain will be followed by nitrogen and here the chain will be followed by oxygen, no, carbon. So write down here N, here I am writing H, CH2. Now CO I am writing like this. Sir, why are you writing like this? Because I have to show the bond that here the bond is formed between carbon and nitrogen, not the oxygen. So here nitrogen which is bonded to hydrogen, here CH2, here 5 times and C double bond O. This is your polymers. This is nothing but your nylon 2, nylon 6. So why it is called as nylon 2? See beta, here 2 and here totally are 6. So this is your nylon 2, nylon 6. So why the name is given nylon 2, nylon 6? The reason is it's a one kind of a polyamide class. See here, CONH, amide group, CONH. So nylon, nylon 6, nylon 6, all are amide class of polymer. That also I told you in my video. So CONH is a one kind of a amide. So that's why the name is given as nylon 2, nylon 6. But nylon 2, nylon 6 are biodegradable polymer. But nylon 6 not a biodegradable polymer. Nylon 6, not a biodegradable polymer. So for today that's it. You can read the uses if it is given, but not important, not required. Just remember the for which are the monomers, and these two topics which I have done, pH, BV and nylon 2, nylon 6, their monomers are difficult to remember. Please revise 2 to 3 times, then you understand here. Write on this.